May only be a few weeks away, but Jim Harbaugh, Michigan head coach, is already in mid-season form. He stormed out of a media session. That is shocking. Shocking that Harbaugh would get fed up, irritated, aggravated, and storm out of a media session. But he did so because reporters had the nerve to ask him a real football question. He pulled his walk-off when reporters pressed him about 3 players that were missing from a team photo.
Still current good standing? Are they with the program and everything?
There's two of those players are suspended.
Who are they?
I know you like to ask a lot of questions, but we'll handle that internally.
How long of a suspension are those guys out?
That's why I don't give you any information, because you're never satisfied. You want a second question, a third question, a fourth question. I just said we'd handle it internally. Thank you.
But Jim,
good. Thanks a lot.
And with that, a walk-off. Literally from that line of questioning. That's not an unfair question. That is not an unfair question. What that is a jerk move by the coach. That is not an unfair question or an unfair line of questioning. Like, coach, you have multiple players unaccounted for. Nobody knows where they are, what happened to them.
Still current good standing? Are they with the program and everything?
There's two of those players are suspended.
Who are they?
I know you like to ask a lot of questions, but we'll handle that internally.
How long of a suspension are those guys out?
That's why I don't give you any information, because you're never satisfied. You want a second question, a third question, a fourth question. I just said we'd handle it internally.
You know why they want a second, third, and fourth question, Jim? Because you didn't answer the first question. If you answered the first question, there'd be no need for a second question, or a third question, or a fourth question. If there are 3 guys missing from the team photo, and your response is 2 of them were suspended, it is natural to think that a reporter is going to follow that question by saying, who are the 2, and what happened to the 3rd? 2 are suspended. Okay, who are they, and what were they suspended for? Instead of going to that bully, jerk move, you see, that's why we can't have conversations, because you keep asking questions. Really, coach? Are they injured? Have they transferred? Is this North Korea?
Still current good standing? Are they with the program and everything?
There's two of those players are suspended.
Who are they?
I know you like to ask a lot of questions, but we'll handle that internally.
How long of a suspension are those guys out?
That's why I don't give you any information, because you're never satisfied. You want a second question, a third question, a fourth question. I just said we'd handle it internally.
They're never satisfied, or you never answer a question. I mean, are we going to turn this into like some kind of game? Is there a riddle here somewhere? Do I have to guess every guy? What happened to them, Jim? Were they abducted? Are they being held at gunpoint? Where are the missing players? Quoting Peter Carroll, what's your deal? You suspended the players. Who are they, and what did they do to get suspended? I know you think that everybody is the enemy, and especially the media, but these reporters are not trying to crack into the mainframe or steal your playbook. You had people missing from the team photo. They're asking what happened to them. They're doing their job. I mean, maybe you forgot over the summer that it's their job to cover your team, not ask you what your favorite Drake album is. Just like they're not there to write another tired story about your latest throwback jersey, or your Walmart khakis, or your latest shirtless photo from satellite camp, or another crackback on the SEC. They're not on your staff. They do not work for the university. You preside over an alleged national power. If you suspend guys, reporters are going to ask you about it. They're just doing their job. So you should do yours and answer the question. I mean, if anybody thought this was going to be a kinder, gentler Harbaugh since he went home to Ann Arbor to rescue the football program, make no mistake, it's the same exact guy. Nothing's changed. Same guy, same insanely intense dude that got run from Frisco because he was miserable, he runs way too hot, and he was wearing people out. Hey, don't get it twisted now. Great coach. Unbelievable coach. I'm sure he'll do a great job there. But when you have a guy who wins as many games as he wins, and nobody's ever sorry to see him leave, that tells you a little something about that guy. So, with that 10-win season in the rear view, God help anybody who asks him who his starting quarterback is going to be. Or how come he can't beat Urban Meyer. Or when he's going to beat Urban Meyer. Or why he pulled a scholarship from a recruit. Good luck with any of that. Michigan fan will love this guy for winning. They'll love him even more if he gets around to beating Michigan State. And even more than that, if he can finally find a way to get over Ohio State. But anybody who thinks that Harbaugh is wired to grow old in that job is kidding themselves. Enjoy it while it lasts, because even though it's his alma mater, it probably won't.
Good. Thanks a lot.
This cat runs way too hot. If he can't get through an August press session, media session, when they're asking him about guys that are not in a team photo, this night's not going to last long. And can I tell you, these guys barely got these questions out. It's not like they went 60 minutes on his ass. It's not like they were pounding away. They literally were throwing softballs up there like, Coach, hey, if you don't mind kind of getting into this, and I don't want to get you mad or anything, but there are 3 guys missing from that team photo. Can you tell us where they are?
Still current good standing? Are they with the program and everything?
There's
are they
2 of those.
still in good standing? Are they with the program? Is everything cool? Everything all right?
I know you like to ask a lot of questions, but we'll handle that internally.
How long?
Way to handle that, Coach. Way to handle it when it got really hot. But then again, he does what guys like that do. Bully the media, roll over them, and make it seem like, yeah, now you don't get any access. Hey, what are you going to take from these guys that they already don't have? You're not answering any questions. Just do your job. They're doing theirs. He's in mid-season form.